Hi, I'm Dr. Steve G. Jones here today with my good friend Bert Martinez. Bert, thanks for being here.
Hey, I'm so excited to be here with you, as
And
always.
It is kind of a pumped up topic too, because we're talking about physical energy and how to get more of it. So Bert, just tell us, how do you get more of it?
Well, I always like to start off why, first of all.
Okay,
All right.
make us wait.
All right. Well, you look at you. You're a pretty fit, trim guy. I know that you watch what you eat, and I think the reason to do this, or why behind that, is because if we have physical energy, we can accomplish more.
Yep.
We can give more to our families and the people that you want to impact around your lives. One of the reasons I've always tried to, you would call it, maintain my healthiness, for lack of better terms, is so I have enough energy to be with my kids. I have 5 kids. It requires a lot of energy.
I did not know you had 5 kids.
5 kids.
Wow. In my mind, you had 3 kids.
That's right.
Tops. 5. Wow.
5 kids.
Goodness.
And so that requires a lot of energy. Plus, if you're an entrepreneur or you have a high impact job or high profile job, it requires a lot of energy. So one of the best ways to maintain that energy is to eat right. I know it sounds boring. It's not that hard to do. I mean, you and I go out, eat, and we'll have nachos. But
Every night.
every
for
night
a year.
for a year.
That's how we get our energy.
But that's the reason why. If you have this physical energy, you can accomplish more. You have a much better quality of life,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And so that's why to have it. And so my first tip to increasing your physical energy, and this is a real easy one, it takes no technology and it takes no money. Water. Water is sometimes overlooked, but it's a very precious fuel, and our body requires water.
It is, and I keep my this is not a commercial, but I have a little filtration system in here. I'll have some
Go ahead.
water now, just to
Demonstrate the water.
That's how water works.
That's how water works. Wow. But
It's a new thing.
And the thing about water is not to gross anybody out, but it helps us eliminate our waste. And without enough water, we retain more of it. So that's gross. But it also helps us get and keep glowing, elastic skin.
Yep.
So there's that. What about you? What's your strategy for keeping physical energy?
I have a very regimented routine. I mean, I get up about the same time every day. I try to get up a little later, as people would say, around 10 or so. But
Break of noon?
break of noon, yes, exactly. It's probably 7 a.m. somewhere. So I have coffee in the morning. I have a what's called a spinach feta wrap. I actually get that at Starbucks. But it's all worked into the plan calorie-wise. Later on, and then I have some dark chocolate. I have 3 pieces of dark chocolate.
Why dark chocolate?
Because dark chocolate is good for you. It's high in, how do you pronounce that? CaCoA. Every time I pronounce it, someone corrects me. Cacao is how I used to pronounce it. 85% cacao.
Wow.
Yeah, I have 3 pieces a day. Later on, I have some nuts. I have either cashews or pistachios usually. Then I have a smoothie. My smoothie has all kinds of good things in it. Usually something like Brussels sprouts and cauliflower. I mean, I make smoothies that most people think are gross,
Right.
but they're not. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, for example, protein powder. Got to add that. I add a fruit, like usually a berry, like blackberries. Bananas. I put half a banana in there, and I put a little bit of oil in there. There's this balanced 369 oil that I get, and then I have later on I have grilled chicken sandwich with some jalapenos and
Nice.
half a slice of cheese, 50 calories. I measure everything out.
Wow.
And it just kind of goes on from there. I won't bore you with all the details, and also my exercise is very regimented. I have I have workout number 1. On these are different days. Workout number 1, the next day is rest, then cardio, then workout number 2, then rest, then cardio. That's how my days go. Then workout number 3, then rest, then cardio. Then I repeat the cycle. So, and I get to bed about the same time every night, usually around midnight. Watch the first part of the Tonight Show and go to sleep. So those kinds of things train your body and your mind to be productive at certain times and to relax at certain times.
Right. And so, what I got from your routine is, you get plenty of sleep.
Yeah.
You're getting plenty of nutrition.
Yep.
I didn't hear a lot of carbs in there.
Nope.
A lot of the man-made carbs, the processed carbs. Your carbs are organic from fruit and from vegetables.
Yep.
And protein. Protein is important. But you weren't overdoing it with the protein. I like that as well. I'm not a big believer that you have to have 100 grams of protein a day, and I like that. And I like having the regimen. I think that's important because back to what you're saying, your body knows when to relax and when to be awake. That's important because there's a lot of people that are having trouble with insomnia. But also, it's easier to plan your day.
Yeah.
You know, hey, what am I going to eat? Well, I'm going to have, I'm going to have my grilled sandwich.
For me, it's never a question.
Yeah.
Unless I'm hanging out with friends, and then
That's
I
right.
have a cheat day when I can just do whatever I want. With you, it's nachos. I just have nachos. But I should point out, Bert doesn't. He has salmon and broccoli and water. I'll be having nachos and beer on my cheat days.
On your cheat days.
Yeah.
But you have the dark Guinness beer,
Yeah, which is
supposed to
actually
be the best of the beers. I've
Yeah,
heard.
and for me, it tastes the best. I like the foam on the top.
I like the
really enjoy
foam.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't drink at all, so that's even better, I think.
Well, you know what? I don't drink because I think that it does more harm than good. Now, there's a lot of what do you call it? Reports out there that say a glass of red wine is good for you every day. I personally, I just like to have the energy to get everything done that needs to get done.
Mm-hmm.
I look around and I think that what do you call it? There's that quality of life. I just don't want to be that person who's in my 70s and I can barely move and I have to take a bunch of medication or anything like that. And the only way to avoid that, or at least delay that, is to concentrate on your physical energy.
Yeah.
Take in that water, take in those nutrients, let go of the processed as much as possible, and you will notice without doing a whole lot that you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to lose some pounds, some fat, and you're just going to have more energy. And man, when you have more energy, I'm a big believer that how you feel dictates how successful you are, at least in the moment, right? If you feel cruddy and no energy, when you're low in energy, you're very close to being depressed.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you don't want to do anything.
Right.
As opposed to when you have energy, man, you want to get things done. You're feeling good. You can impact people in a positive way. So physical energy is so vital to everything we do.
Oh, absolutely. And and as far as alcohol goes, I have like 2 or 3 Guinness beers per week, so I limit to that. And I also only have them in the evening because I find that if I drink anything earlier than that, it makes me tired. And I don't want to be tired when I still have to go through my day.
Right.
When it's late at night and I'm just spacing out watching TV, that's fine. It's time to check out and wind down anyway. So I make sure everything's in its place. Now, I haven't always been that way. I recently consulted with a dietitian, an exercise person who tortures me a few days a week, and luckily I have access to these people who know their stuff.
Right.
But it's amazing what I found out. Little tweaks in what you do, eliminating bread, eliminating rice. These things make a big difference over time in terms of weight. I lost 20 pounds not too long ago just by making tiny, tiny changes.
That's interesting. I'm going to have to go back and look at that video that we did at the CEO Space. Remember that?
Yeah, I probably was.
That was like a year ago.
I'm half the man I used to be.
I love that. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. These are little tweaks, and again, you don't always have to have you don't always have to get rid of your bread, but maybe not have it every meal. Maybe limit it to just a few times here and there. Be sparing on the rice. I think that one of the things that we have to be aware of is that our portions have gotten so out of hand.
Oh, it's ridiculous, yeah.
And as Americans, I mean, you and I are into marketing, but so back to fast food. As Americans, we have been marketed that for 25 cents you can supersize your meal. Well, you don't always need that, even though quote is a good value. Health-wise, it's not a good value. You doubled your calories. That's not good.
Yeah, exactly. So just because it's available or it sounds like a good deal, as you said, does not mean it's a good deal. You have to use logic, you have to use data, you have to use common sense, and you have to use the wisdom of people who actually know about this stuff. So if you don't have access to it, Bert and I are not doctors. We're not telling you what to do, but we are saying you should look into it because it can make a world of difference in your life.
Absolutely. I like the way you said that. It's perfect.
Well, thank you.
So if people want to find out, because you have 9,000 plus audios at stevegjones.com to find, and some of them have to do with exercise, right?
Oh yeah. One's called I Love to Exercise.
Yes.
Which when you listen to, you may think, I do not love to exercise. I don't know why I'm listening to something called I Love to Exercise. But eventually you do start to really enjoy it and it becomes part of your life. So that's huge for people if they can just get themselves to do that. And I say don't look at it as something in addition to your life. Make it part of your life,
Yes.
something that's very doable long term.
Yes. And one of the other audios on there has to do with self-esteem that you have.
Yeah.
And I recommend that, and I get no remuneration for this, but I can tell you because I've downloaded these and they do work and they're great. And the one with the audio, I Love to Exercise, in conjunction with your self-esteem audio, the reason those are good is because a lot of the reasons that we do things is based on our self-esteem.
Yeah. Or don't do things.
Or
yeah.
don't do things.
Yeah.
Thank you. So if your self-esteem sees you being fit and healthy, then you are going to love to exercise.
That is true. And you know, Bert, you mentioned you're not getting paid for this, but I'm going to give you $2 for every product of mine that you plug. I believe you plugged I Love to Exercise and what was the other one? Self-Esteem. That's
Self-Esteem.
Two $2 bills.
Woo!
These are real $2 bills.
These are real.
Look, Bert, I've got some more, so keep going.
So the best audios can be found at stevegjones.com.
That's good enough.
All right. And if you go to stevegjones.com, there is a free audio on monetizing your passion, right? That will help you make literally thousands of these if you just download this free audio. And you know what? Besides the I Love to Exercise audio and the self-esteem audio, there's also one in there on relaxation.
Relaxation.
Yes, and so rest.
I'm running out now.
The rest, rest is important when you're trying to be healthy. One of the things that we do that is so terrible for us is that we don't get enough rest.
Right.
And then we try to make it up by taking in a bunch of caffeine.
Oh, yeah. People get everything out of whack all the time.
Oh my gosh. And so now you're staying up, and then when you get to sleep, you're not resting as deeply as you need to.
Right.
And so now you wake up groggy. And so if by chance you're into that, again, we're not doctors, maybe you look at a professional to help you get your sleep back on track and get you off these caffeinated drinks. Drink more water, you'll sleep better, you'll have more energy. Anything else?
Absolutely, I think that's it. You got to stop plugging my stuff because I've only got like 5 more of these.
So stevegjones.com, 9,000 plus audios.
9,000?
9,000.
Hold on a second. I need to go to the bank. I'll be right back.
And you know what? And there's several audios on money.
There are, yes.
On saving money, making money, and
Yep.
So go there. And if you have questions about making sales or marketing, go to bertmartinez.com, and I will also help you make a bunch of these.
You've just seen Bert make money in front of your eyes, so he knows how
Right
to
there,
do it.
live, I made money. I'll teach you how to make money too.
You did. And again, we're not medical doctors. My doctorate is in education, and we are just here to help you and maybe point you in the right direction. That's what we're hoping to do. So check out bertmartinez.com, check out stevegjones.com, and we hope you have an outstanding day.